Hello students, so let's continue with the chapter database concepts. Today we will start the chapter with the topic DBMS. Here DBMS stands for Database Management System. And what do you understand by DBMS? First of all students, we can say DBMS is a software, or we can say it is a system that is used for storing, maintaining and utilizing database in an efficient manner. If we want to maintain our record by using the computer software, then we have to arrange the database by using the software. So if database is maintained by using computerized software, then this is known as the DBMS, database management software. A database along with DBMS software is called the database system. Now the examples of the DBMS softwares are as following: Oracle, MS SQL Server, MS Access, Paradox, Database 2 and MySQL, etc. But we will deeply study with the MySQL DBMS software because CBSE has prescribed the MySQL query language for the practical implementation of the DBMS. So MySQL is an open source and freeware database management software. Now after that students, we will discuss that DBMS software that is used to manage the database in an efficient manner. We will start to study about the advantages of database system. There are many advantages of database system because first of all, what is database? Database is a collection of interrelated data, and if we manage the interrelated data by using any software, then this is known as the DBMS. And which database management software we will use in our course, that is the MySQL. And there are multiple advantages of the database system. So first of all, the very first advantage is that databases reduces redundancy. So first of all, we all are aware with the term redundancy. So redundancy means unnecessary repetition of any data. So students, by using the database, it reduces the redundancy because it removes duplication of data, because data are kept at one place and all the applications refers to the centrally maintained database. Because if we are using the database, so all data is maintained centrally, and if any other department requires that data, then the same data, the central data, is shared by any other person. So the duplication of data is removed by using the databases because all the data is maintained centrally. And databases controls inconsistency because by reducing the redundancy, inconsistency is automatically controlled. Why? Because inconsistency happens because when there are multiple copies of the same data and the different copies of the data do not agree to each other. So if we will remove, or if we will reduce the data redundancy, or we can say if we will reduce the unnecessary repetition of data or duplication of data, then this problem automatically controlled because there are no copies more than one copy, because data is stored or maintained centrally by using the database. So the by reducing or removing the redundancy, inconsistency is automatically controlled. But students, both advantages like reduces redundancy and controls inconsistency, both this advantage and both these features are possible by the third advantage or third feature of the database, that is database facility provide the facility of sharing of data. Because the sharing of data makes it possible to remove the duplication of data, or if we remove the duplication of data, it can control automatically inconsistency. So we can say in short that the both advantages are depend on the facility that is providing by the database, that is the sharing of data. So data is stored in the database centrally, so it can be shared among several users according to the requirement. Database ensures security. How we can say the database provides the security feature? Because by using the database, we will store the data in the tabular format, and the table is a collection of multiple rows and columns, and we can apply any validation rule on the specific columns. So unnecessary entries cannot be entered in the database, or we can say that invalid entries cannot be entered in the specific column of that database. So by applying this feature, we can say that database provide the security feature, or we can apply the permissions or rights for the modification or updation to the only authorized person. So no unauthorized modification or no unauthorized updation can be done by the any unauthorized person. So by using this feature, we can say that database ensure the security. And the next advantage is that database maintains secure integrity, because we can say that database provide the facility of sharing, database provide the facility of the security, so automatically it maintains the integrity, because we told that security we can achieve by the validation rules of any column. In the same manner, if we apply the validation rules on any specific column, then it promotes to the integrity of that database, because it ensures that only the valid and correctness, yeah, correct data will be entered in the database. So in this manner we can maintain the integrity in the database. Now after that, we will learn about the multiple data models of the DBMS. There are multiple types of data models are available, but in our course we will deeply study on the relational data model. So firstly, we are aware with the all types of data models. First of all, we have to know that what is data model. So students, data model is presentation which shows how data is organized or stored in the database. So by using which manner data is arranged or stored in the database, we use the term data model. There are multiple types of data models are available, but we will deeply study on the one data model, that is the relational data model. So first of all, we will discuss the relational data model. In this model, data is organized into relations or tables. I told you that data model is the presentation of arranging the data in the database. So in the relational data model, data is organized into which form? Into the tabular format, and table is a collection of multiple rows and columns. So a row in a table represent a relationship of data to each other. And in database terminology, a row is represented by other name, that is the tuple or record. We can say the tuple or record is the other name of the row in a table, and the other name of the column in table is attribute or field. So in relational data model, we can say that the other name of the table is relations and the other name of the row is tuple or record and the other name of the column is the attribute or field. And in relational data model, data is organized or data is stored into the tabular format. And now we will discuss network data model. So students, in network data model, data is represented in the form of links. So we can say in network data model, data is represented by collection of records and relationship among data is shown by links. So we can say records and their relationship is shown by using the links. And in hierarchical data model, in this model, records are organized in the form of the trees. So we know that in a tree, a node, that is a root node, so records at the top level is called root record, and this may contains multiple directly linked children records. If we take the example of the family tree, then the root node is the root record and the multiple nodes are known as the child node. In object oriented data model, in this model records are represented as objects. In object oriented data model, data or records are presented in the form of objects and the collection of similar type of objects is called the class. In the same manner, we can take the example for the object oriented data model, just like we can say that vehicle is a class and it is a collection of the multiple objects, just like I can say that two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, all are the objects and that objects are belong to a common class, that is the vehicle class. So in this manner we can say that in object oriented data models, records are represented as objects and the collection of these objects are known as class. So in relational data model, data are organized into the tabular format, and in network data model, the records and their relationship among data is shown by using the links, and in hierarchical data model, records are organized in the form of the trees, and in object oriented data model, records are represented as objects and the collection of similar types of object is known as class. Thank you and have a nice day.